In July of 1518 in Strasbourg, a city in modern-day France, a woman stepped into the streets and began to dance, and she couldn't stop. At first, it was just her, twisting and turning, moving to a rhythm that no one else could hear. But within days, dozens of people joined her, then hundreds. Men, women, even children were overcome by an uncontrollable urge to dance. The city panicked. Some danced until their feet bled. Others collapsed from exhaustion, dehydration, or even heart failure. Local authorities, desperate for a solution, hired musicians to accompany the dancers, believing that if the dancing continued, it might somehow cure them. Historians have debated the cause for centuries. Was it mass hysteria? A fungus called ergot growing on bread, producing hallucinogenic effects? Or perhaps something darker, a curse or divine punishment? Whatever the explanation, the streets of Strasbourg became a terrifying stage for a deadly, unstoppable dance that would haunt the city's history forever. In the year 897, Rome witnessed one of the most macabre trials in history. Pope Stephen VI had the corpse of his predecessor, Pope Formosus, exhumed, dressed in full papal robes, and placed on trial. Yes, a dead pope was put on trial for crimes he supposedly committed while alive. The scene was grotesque. The corpse, seated on a throne, was assigned a defense attorney, though of course it could not speak. Ultimately, the dead pope was found guilty. The verdict? His papal acts were nullified and his corpse was thrown into the Tiber River. The reasons behind this shocking act remain tangled in politics, power struggles, and bitter rivalries within the church. But one thing is clear. History has seen many battles for power, yet none quite so literal or ghastly. War against birds? That's right. In 1932, Australia faced a bizarre conflict known as the Great Emu War. After World War I, Australian soldiers turned farmers struggled to protect their crops from hordes of emus, massive, fast-running birds that could sprint up to 30 miles per hour. The government deployed soldiers armed with machine guns, confident they could eliminate the threat. But the emus were cunning, resilient, and terrifyingly fast. Bullets missed, flocks scattered, and the birds continued their assault on farmland. After weeks of failed attempts, the army admitted defeat. The emus had won. It remains one of history's strangest wars, a battle where humans, with all their technology, were outsmarted by birds. Imagine telling that story today, and actually being serious. The Cold War was not just a battle of ideologies, it was a playground for deadly inventions. Among the most infamous was the poison-tipped umbrella, used by Bulgarian agents to assassinate dissidents in the 1970s. A tiny pellet of ricin, almost invisible, could end a life silently and without trace. Victims often didn't even realize they were attacked until it was too late. Secret services across the world were constantly inventing new methods of assassination, from exploding cigars to lethal pens. The line between espionage and murder became blurred, and everyday objects turned into instruments of death. It's a chilling reminder. History isn't just about battles on the front lines. Sometimes it happens in the shadows, with ordinary items in deadly ways. In Victorian England, fascination with Egypt led to a trend that today feels both absurd and horrifying. Wealthy collectors would acquire ancient mummies and turn them into furniture. Yes, chairs, desks, and even lamps made from real human remains were considered stylish curiosities. Imagine sitting at a desk, unaware that beneath the wood and upholstery lay a 2,000-year-old corpse. At the time, it was regarded as eccentric and fashionable, a conversation starter for the elite. Today, it's a disturbing glimpse into a world where curiosity and obsession with the exotic crossed moral boundaries in ways that shock us, even centuries later. If you enjoyed this video and are still not subscribed,
please consider it, as it really helps me out a lot. Thank you.